Hi everyone, and welcome to video number 28 on Henry and his ministers. Now, this video, ladies and gentlemen, is all about the causes of a rebellion, quite a serious threat to King Henry, called the Pilgrimage of Grace in 1536. In the previous couple of videos, we've looked at the dissolution of the monasteries, and we saw that it was quite a major event. It had a large impact on a whole range of people across English society. Many people, especially in the north of England, were opposed to the dissolution of the monasteries, and this opposition in the end led to a rebellion, which, as I said, was known as the Pilgrimage of Grace 1536. Now, it was quite a serious threat, as we'll see in the next video. But first of all, we have to ask ourselves, we have to examine the evidence, ladies and gentlemen, and say why? What were the causes? Why did people feel the need to rebel against King Henry? And we can divide their reasons, their causes, into four main sections. And that's what this video will be about. First of all, opposition due to religious reasons. Secondly, economic or financial. Thirdly, social, to do with their lives. And fourthly, political. It's always about politics, ladies and gentlemen. So, four reasons. Let's crack on with the first. And the first, probably the most important reason, opposition to the dissolution of the monasteries was based around religion. As I've said many times, Tudor England was a very religious period. We've seen arguments between the Catholics and the Protestants, the Reformation. Religion was important to people. And we see that in the opposition to to King Henry and the dissolution of the monasteries, the Pilgrimage of Grace had at its centre the rebellion was to do with religion. First of all, look at the name. Pilgrimage, the Pilgrimage of Grace. Well, a pilgrimage, as we know, was a religious journey. So that shows the importance of religion in the thinking of the people who were opposing Henry. Also, they all united behind a flag. They had a flag as they marched and showed their opposition. And their flag, the badge, the symbol on the flag showed the 5 wounds of Christ. The wounds in his hands, his feet, and in his side. Again, that is stressing the religious connotations, the religious importance in opposing the dissolution of the monasteries. Now, many Catholics, particularly in the north of England, were unhappy with Cromwell's officials. Remember, we looked at them in the previous videos. And they were, in 1536, closing the smaller monasteries. So these people in the north, these Catholic people, saw it as an attack on their religion. And it was right, it was an attack. They had a fear that their particular church buildings would be next to close. Rumours would spread that the church valuables, the property paid for by them would be taken away. So you can see that their anger is beginning to build against Cromwell, against Henry, against the dissolution of the monasteries. At the same time, also, rumours were spreading that the people would be losing holidays, special saints' days. They thought, well, great, we have a bit of a holiday there, and they thought that this would be stopping. So their anger is building, mainly for religious reasons. But we can link this, because the second real reason, the second cause for the opposition was economic. Now, bad weather, 1534, 1535, 1536, had led to poor harvests in 1535 and 36. This made lives tougher. Now, people who were already angry as what they saw as a threat to their religion are likely to get even more angry if they are hungry. If they've got bread and it will keep people happy. But if people can't eat, their anger will turn against the people in charge, the government. So we see economics, food, bread plays a part in increasing the anger. At the same time, money comes into it. 1534 was a law called the Subsidy Act, which is basically people had to pay a tax for war. Remember, England was under threat from Catholic Spain, Catholic France. So Henry had to collect taxes. Well, people wouldn't be very pleased with this. They might pay if they realised that it was due to protect them from war. 1534, the Subsidy Act, was a tax for war. But it was still being collected in 1536 when there was peace. This would increase the anger. So they're having to pay money that they don't think they should because there's no war. They're hungry and their religion is feeling attack, under threat. Can you see now why opposition is beginning to increase? Also, the richer landlords, they weren't happy because in 1536 there was a new law called the Statute of Users, and it was basically an inheritance tax. They were rich. When they would die, they wouldn't be able to give all their property to their son or daughter. Instead, some of it had to go to the government, inheritance tax. So they're not pleased either. So we've seen religion and we've seen economics. The third main cause for the increase in anger: social. Now, what do we mean here? Let's go back to something I showed you a couple of videos ago. The monasteries. Remember, they did all of these jobs, particularly prayer. If you remember the chantries, many people used to pay money to the monks to pray for them. Monks and nuns would pray for their dead relatives, chantries. And it was popular. People liked to do it because they thought it helped their relatives after they had died. Also, monasteries played a huge part in the community. Remember, hospitals, education, refuge, safety. They did a good job for the community. And therefore, some of the monasteries, some of the monks were very, very popular in their community. If you're poor and sick, you have the chance to get some treatment. If you're travelling around, you've got the chance to get some safety and refuge. If you're homeless, you can go to the monastery and get help. The poor, the hungry, liked the monasteries. But now this is all at risk, ladies and gentlemen. 1536, the smaller monasteries are closing, and people are seeing this. And they say, well, that's not very good because they help me. They help my life. So the anger again builds. Religion, money, social reasons. Three big causes. And then we come to the last one, the fourth one, the political. Now here we're not talking really about the poor and the homeless, sort of normal, ordinary people, if you like. We're talking more about the important people in the north, the northern nobles, rich people, established families. Well, they did not like Thomas Cromwell. Can you remember why? Well, they looked at King Henry. He's their king, fair enough. But they looked at Henry and the court and the government, and they're saying, Cromwell is in control of this. And Cromwell was only a blacksmith's son from Putney. The northern nobles were a bit snobbish. They didn't like his low birth. So, if they don't like his ideas, they don't like him, they're unhappy with things like religion, finance, social reasons. Put all this together, ladies and gentlemen, and you get an outbreak of anger. in the north of England called the Pilgrimage of Grace. The northern nobles had the hope that if they rebelled, if there was an uprising, it would weaken Cromwell, and at the same time it would increase their power. So that's why the northern nobles might get involved. They saw it as a chance to decrease the power of Cromwell and increase their own power and influence. So there we see 4 big reasons, 4 big causes for the Pilgrimage of Grace. Well, now that we've examined the causes, ladies and gentlemen, what we need to do is look in detail at the actual events. What happened in the Pilgrimage of Grace? And that's coming in the next video. As ever, I hope this has been useful for you. All the best. See you soon. Bye now.